Plus, severe weather and football, how the mix is causing problems for the sport and its fans this summer in the U.S. Plus, severe weather and football, how the mix is causing problems for the sport and its fans this summer in the U.S. Well, extreme weather in the U.S. is threatening to overshadow the FIFA Club World Cup after summer thunderstorms have forced several games to be suspended in a tournament that many are looking at as a test run for next year's Men's World Cup, which will be held here in North America. Severe heats on the East Coast has also caused problems for players as well as fans. The showdown between Chelsea and Benfica was delayed by 2 hours. That match in Charlotte ultimately lasted close to 5 hours. The situation drew sharp criticism from Chelsea's manager, Enzo Maresca, who suggested that the tournament should not have been held in the U.S. at all.
And temperatures in the UK could be higher than parts of the Caribbean today as the second heat wave of the summer continues.
Give us a wave, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm also at Wimbledon on what could be the hottest opening day of the championships on record. Temperatures expected to get into the low 30s, but in the southeast there's a chance we might hit 35 Celsius today. It's actually lovely and warm at the moment here. The temperature's around about 19 or 20 degrees currently at Wimbledon. The sun is beating down, but today is online to be the hottest opening day of the Wimbledon Championships on record. We could see highs in the low 30s, but even hotter than that in parts of the southeast where temperatures could soar up into about 33, 34. There's a low chance today we could even hit 35 degrees. So if you're in the sun, enjoy it, but of course take the normal precautions that you would in the sunshine.
Good morning. It was a very hot and humid weekend. We had a humid night last night as well. Today, nothing really changes. The heat wave continues. It's dry, it's hot and it's sunny.
Out towards the west, a little bit fresher, a little bit more cloud at times, but temperatures by then could be a good 10 degrees in the southeast lower than they are today. So we're back down towards 25 rather than the 35 we're expecting possibly today, but more likely tomorrow. Sal and John.
OK, Carol, thank you very much indeed. Thinking about those players as well. I mean, playing in that heat, Carol, must be really tough. Are you getting bitten?
Yes, that's why it's... Yeah, this is a wasp.
Oh,
I
no,
cut
it's
wasps
a
and bees like nobody's business, and bin lorries as well. Lots of flowers everywhere. But you were talking about the heat. Of course, there's the roofs now on Centre Court and Court number 1. And when the roof closes, it takes a good 30 minutes for the air conditioning to kick in, just to make things more comfortable for the players and also, of course, for the spectators.
And either she's shrunk or the balls are getting bigger. Morning, Carol.
Even I could hear that one.
Good morning, both. I'm on Centre Court at Wimbledon this morning. Look at it, beautifully manicured. Play starts here today at 1 o'clock. And did you know, talking of tennis balls, that originally they were white, but now they're this optic yellow. It was changed in 1986 because they are easier to see, of course. 250 ball boys and girls will be here during the fortnight, and they're chosen out of 1,000 applicants from the local London schools. And today could well be the hottest opening day of the championships on record. John was saying potentially a record-breaking day. What he means, of course, is for the opening day of the Wimbledon Championships. Previously, that record was on the 25th of June 2001 when the temperature reached 29.3 Celsius. Today, we're likely to get up to about 33 Celsius, possibly 34 degrees, so a hot one in prospect. But it's not just here at Wimbledon. Many areas seeing temperatures way above where we'd expect them to be at this stage in June. But John, you were asking when it's likely to change. Well, it looks like on Wednesday it's going to turn more unsettled for a short time. We could have some interruptions to play at Wimbledon on Wednesday, but you'll notice the drop in temperatures. Where we're looking at 35, it's more likely to be 25.
That is a big change. Carol, thank you.
You know, you were talking about the wasp's nest you'd had in your house.
Yes.
Next to your bedroom. Brucey's been in touch. Said when he was 11, there was a wasp nest up in the loft.
Yeah.
So he decided to tackle it using a vacuum cleaner
No.
to suck the nest and the wasps.
When he was 11?
Yeah. It failed. The wasps flew at me, he says. I stumbled backwards through the rafters, through the ceiling, and ended up on my parents' bed on the room below, accompanied by the Hoover, half the ceiling, and all the wasps.
That's not the
My
way
parents
to do it.
were not happy, says Brucey.
I would not be happy either. Don't try that one at home, everyone.
Absolutely.
Get someone in.
Tonight at 6, parts of Britain swelter in near record temperatures as a heatwave spreads across Europe. It's the second heatwave this month, with temperatures in England above 33 degrees Celsius.
It's day 6 of this current heat wave, and it's going to be a particularly uncomfortable tropical night for some of us in the south and east, with overnight temperatures not expected to fall below 20 Celsius.
And Stav, it is very hot out there.
It is indeed, John, for some of us anyway. This is a snapshot of the heat today across the near continent. Mid-40s for Iberia, 40 or so for central southern Spain, and we'll be probably hitting the 34 Celsius mark for us. Unusual to see these sorts of values in June. It's more likely in July and August. Now, the heat will be shifting further east and then southwards as we progress towards the end of the week, with fresher air moving in from the north and west. So the peak of the heat probably across the southeast on Tuesday, and then afterwards it'll be fresher with temperatures actually where they should be for the time of year for the rest of the week, and there will be some rain in the forecast, especially northern and western areas. Hi there, John. Thanks very much. Good afternoon to you. Yes, it's hot for some of us out there across southern and eastern parts of England.
I forget my my umbrella in the rain, and I forget it in the sunshine. I must have a slight problem with them, but that is what I need. My mum did warn me. I'm just not physiologically designed for the sun, but look at these women here. They are fully lapping it up. I need to be more like them, don't I? I've mentioned, got this tropical night. I'll explain that more in the forecast, but what it means is our temperatures just don't really drop down, and that's why it's such hard work. But people here don't seem to care. Look at them all in the queue, hoping they'll get in tonight. Here we go, here's the forecast. Hello again. Well, I hope you had a nice day. This photo must be a bit like having dinner in the bath, hopefully a cold one with these temperatures. We've got a really warm night to come, and then tomorrow more hot and humid weather. It does, however, start to freshen up a little bit from Wednesday, a slightly different feel. But let's go on to that tropical night. So these are the temperatures by 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Usually when the temperature is at its lowest, they could still be hovering around 20 degrees, and that's the mark for something to be classed a tropical night, with the humidity as well feeling very uncomfortable for sleeping. And it means that things don't really cool down in our homes, so we start tomorrow on another really warm note. There is the outside chance of a shower, but you can see from the graphics there, most places likely to stay completely dry. Let's take you into Wednesday. Now, this little feature just coming up from the south might bring some thundery downpours, but it's not looking quite as likely anymore, but we're just keeping an eye on it because it could develop. And then as we go into Thursday and Friday, those temperatures again on Wednesday as well, hovering around the mid-20s. So it's going to start to feel a little bit better once we get past tomorrow. Here's the pollen. Despite those temperatures being above the optimum temperature for pollen, levels of grass and weed are still high to very high, I'm afraid, over the next few days. From us all here at Wimbledon, enjoy your evening. New balls, please. Cheerio.
Laura at Wimbledon, thank you very much. Well, let's have a look what the weather's got in store. I think we probably know, but let's talk to Sarah Keith-Lucas. And Sarah, it's worth mentioning that even though it's the south of England is sweltering in a heat wave, it's not like that across the entire country, is it?
No, Fiona, that's right. Yes, good evening. Quite big contrast across the UK today. We've had cooler air, particularly for Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England, with some rain as well. But certainly here in Oxford, blue sky and sunshine. It may be nearly 6:30, but the temperature is still around 30 Celsius. And at Wimbledon today, we've had that record-breaking temperature, the hottest ever opening day of the championships, with temperatures of 32.9 Celsius. And actually, we've got more of the same at Wimbledon over the next 24 hours or so. Another really hot, humid feeling sunny day on Tuesday.
Very sunny looking Wimbledon course. It looks gorgeous. Over to you. Thanks, Victoria. Yes, indeed. It is beautiful out here. Lots of sunshine indeed. Behind me, court number 18, and in the far distance, it's court number 1 as well. Now, today, it was actually the hottest opening day on record for Wimbledon. We reached above 33 Celsius, easily beating the last record for opening day at 29.3 Celsius in 2001. And we are, of course, in heatwave conditions as well. Today is the 4th consecutive day we're above 28 Celsius. And tomorrow, it looks like this heatwave is set to continue as well for the time being. So certainly some hot weather to come before a change is on its way.
Whatever you're doing, we do hope you have a lovely and cool evening. Bye-bye.
And today's blistering heat tips June 2025 into the hottest on record for England. Just how long is this heat going to last? Stay tuned for those details coming up a bit later in the programme.
He's over at Hyde Park. So, Alex, it was hot today.
Oh boy, Charlene, it was a pretty hot day, and also the heat was pretty widespread. Top temperature was 33.1 degrees. That was recorded at Heathrow Airport earlier this afternoon. But let's get a quick check on the satellite snapshot from earlier today, and you can see it wasn't a hot and sunny day everywhere. Up towards the northwest there were cloudy skies, outbreaks of rain, and also much more bearable temperatures, but the heat certainly further south and southeast was intense. Even the northeast saw a high of 30 degrees earlier today. Let's take a quick look at the air mass chart, and that does paint a slightly better picture. Yes, we're expecting it to be hotter tomorrow, but as we roll through the course of this week, those temperatures will gradually cool down. Well, as we head through this evening, the temperatures are going to fall away, but very, very slowly. And it is possible that across some parts of the UK, we could see them holding up at 20 degrees Celsius, so that would count as a tropical night. As we head through the next few days, certainly cooling down, there could even be a few showers. Well, that is your forecast. As you can understand, Charlene, I am absolutely spent out here in the heat for much of the afternoon. It was blisteringly hot, but now it's starting to cool down and feel a lot more pleasant.
Oh, good, Alex. Thanks very much.